You're listening to the Davey Mac Sports Program on the Riotcast Network, riotcast.com.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program.
Back and throw. There's a left back. I believe. The Giants take the pennant. The Giants take the pennant. Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ. Lays it in. Right out 1 second left. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. Oh, wow. In your life have you seen anything like that? Wide right. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it. Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles?
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program on riotcast.com. And here's your host, Dave McDonald. Is that new? Strange.
Yeah, that's my new thing.
I like it.
I don't know. It's really strange.
Yeah, for people watching on Ustream, I'm going to put on my coat every time Pepper's doing his little announcing job.
I like it.
And then I kind of turn around at the end. But, yeah, Davey Mac Sports Program, come on! The gang's all here, ladies and gentlemen.
We're all here.
The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. The gang's all here. And my name is Eastside Dave. They call me the Davey Mac. Some people, good people, even call me the Sports Master. With me, back from his 3-month-long sojourn to Hungary, New Mexico.
Who's hungry?
Chris Pepper Stanley.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you. It's good to be back in America on the show.
Engineer extraordinaire, the man who makes the worthwhile shut up. Oh, no. Not once, but twice he's won an Emmy. Roy Shaffer. Roy. And we are back on a fantastic Wednesday, and actually it's a little bit chilly. That's why I put the coat back on.
It is a little chilly.
I got a little bit, but I love it. I love the temperature. I like it. Chilly's much better than warm. And we're back, and Pepper, you're back from Budapest.
Yeah.
In Hungary.
Yeah.
Hungary. Is that where is that now again? That's in Europe.
In between Austria and the Czech Republic.
Look at him. He knows everything. He comes back. Well, he spends a week, and all of a sudden, this man, I can barely even understand what he's saying. He's speaking.
Mr. Cosmopolitan.
He's like he's Kaiser Sose over here.
Whoa, look at that.
Is that like a Jew thing or?
No, it's a Hungarian thing.
Yeah.
It's cheers. Here, cheers, we.
Cheers. And Pepper. Yeah. So what else happened in Hungary? I mean, you learn anything else? Any more things? You're now the expert.
Oh yeah, I'm an expert of.
I can't even understand.
Culture.
Can someone get a Hungary to English translator?
I don't get it.
I don't know what the hell. He comes back. He's got a thick accent all of a sudden.
I speak
a
a little
beard and a
Hungarian.
goddamn Hungary ponytail over here.
I'm speaking English, Dave.
You are.
Oh, so I have gifts for everyone.
Gifts!
Yeah, I have gifts for everyone.
Heck, let's do it. Let's do it up. No. Let's not. Let's tease him. Yeah, let's tease him.
Okay.
Let's do a radio tease.
There's a bag of gifts here.
I want my gift.
It ain't the Roy Shaffer Sports Program. You just settle down. Okay, my name's on the goddamn bill, Roy Shaffer, and I'm going to make the rules. Pepper just gave us a beautiful radio tease, and everyone's going to listen, and everyone's going to be all excited, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts, man.
So in Hungary, a lot of smack, a lot of whores. What happened there?
It was a lot of weirdness. Communism really screwed that country up big time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it.
How so?
Some parts of the city very nice, old architecture, etc. But then, while as others, there's bullet holes still in the walls.
This is good.
Not
you
unlike
should've just-
Hostel.
You should have just came to Asbury Park, New Jersey. it's right around the block. You could have crashed at my house. You would have saved yourself 2 G's.
Yeah, but every drink in New Jersey is $2, no matter what you.
Asbury
order.
Park, New Jersey, it's $2. You must not be familiar with some of the bars. Yeah, you don't go to Stone Pony in Asbury, but
That's
you go
the only
to
place I've
you go
been.
to somewhere. Now you might get shot by one of the Crips and/or Bloods because there's still gang activity on Main Street.
Okay.
But if you then want a nice night out with the girl and everything, you go over to Cookman Avenue. You take her over there, one of the bars in that area. Maybe you take her to Johnny Mac's. Your girlfriend went there.
Oh,
was,
yeah, well-
was she upset at you after all the Hungarian cocaine that you
There
were
wasn't
doing?
any Hungarian.
Oh yeah, right.
No, there's no Hungarian cocaine.
I've been to Hungary.
You know, speaking of Kaiser Soze,
Yeah.
who said this from the film, the great film, Usual Suspects? There is no coke on
Gabriel
this
Byrne.
boat. Gabriel Byrne Pepper's on it since he's come back from vacation. He has never been smarter. How did you know that was Gabriel Byrne?
I've seen that movie a lot of times.
It wasn't my horrifically bad Irish
It
accent.
was okay though because
There is no coke holding this. He brought ya. I say to you.
it's worse now.
Hello. Oh, Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah, they're in
You
the
bring it-
machine room.
Just when I thought I was out, Stephen Baldwin, you bring me back in.
Wrong movie.
Well, yeah, but the sentiment was the same. He was trying to go on a straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And Stephen Baldwin says, "We've got a mission for you."
Well, no, Kaiser Soze pulled him back in. Really.
That's right, he did. Remember, I said this before, and I'll say it again. My own personal Usual Suspects theory. I think Kobayashi was actually Kaiser Soze.
And Kobayashi was Kobayashi. Well, Kobayashi wasn't even Kobayashi.
I know. So did that guy even really
He was a coffee
exist?
mug.
Was that guy even real? Was there ever a lawyer? Well, there had to be because at the end, right? He picked him up.
Okay, so that guy did exist.
The lawyer, the great. He's now
He
dead.
passed away last year.
Pete Postlewaite.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to remind the audiences, I like to believe that Pete Postlewaite was actually Kaiser Soze. And just when you're saying, well, what about the facts? The guy had the same haircut as Pete Postlewaite. They both had the same exact receding hairline, buzz cut type of thing.
I think it was always Kevin Spacey.
All right.
Everything else was a lie. Obviously, we don't know what really happened on that boat.
Kevin Spacey, when he won the Oscar for Usual Suspects, his speech was, this is true, he said, I don't know who Kaiser Soze is, but he's going to get gloriously drunk tonight, which I thought was cool as a kid. And then he said, and I like lots of dicks,
Okay.
and I'm going to suck those dicks, and there better be no paparazzi, because the Kevin Spacey man is going to be dick sucking tonight, George.
Yeah, he got a picture of him taken like with a bunch of shirtless dudes in Croatia. I think.
I love that. I love that picture. I think he was actually in Hungary too. It was the same place that you were at.
Perfect.
One of those shirtless dudes was Pepper. In fact, just kind of Kevin Spacey.
How much money you worth?
Yeah, dog.
Let me see that Oscar.
God damn it, Kevin Spacey, you're looking good tonight. Oh yeah? What's your name? My name is Chris Goddamn Stanley, son. I appreciate your film work. Well, I appreciate your film work pre-K-Pox.
That was the.
Once he hit K-Pox and paid forward, it was like, what the hell happened to Kevin Spacey?
I guess he's
He was on a goddamn roll.
well, now he does the Netflix show.
7,
Yeah.
L.A. Confidential, Usual Suspects, and there's one other good one in there.
Beautiful.
American Beauty.
That's
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sean.
he was killing it, and then he just threw it all away.
I mean, he was really those were huge hits and critical hits at that.
yeah, like he was like respected as an actor. Like,
Yeah.
people were like, "Wow, this guy."
He won 2 Oscars
American Beauty.
in 95 and 99.
American Beauty won Best Picture.
American Beauty won Best Picture. He won Best Actor. Jesus, Kevin. And I'm still a Kevin Spacey fan.
course.
I don't
How could you
care.
not be?
Listen, maybe you call me liberal, dude. But I am. I
You
don't
are
care how
liberal.
many dicks Kevin Spacey sucks. I don't.
all of them. He
I
sucks as many as he
goddamn
can.
Well, then suck mine. Would you be honored if an Oscar winner sucked Pepper's tuna can cock? But by the way, I should have never brought it up because there's no less than 30 emails every single week.
Q&A?
And as a result, I've said we will continue to do Q&A
Yeah.
when real questions come in. Because there literally has been, okay, Dave, real question. what do you think of the chances of the Pittsburgh Pirates winning the Peppers Tuna Can Cock? And I'm like, by the way, that's more of like a Ramon, Opie, and Anthony thing where you just interrupt. It doesn't play.
Peppers Tuna Can Cock. Peppers Tuna Can Cock. Peppers Tuna Can Cock.
It doesn't play in print. I can just simply choose to delete it or ignore it, or it just is weird when someone's like, "Hey, Dwight Gooden was actually a good pitcher before the cocaine." And Peppers Tuna Can Cock.
Guy, he got you, Dave. He got you. That
Well,
email.
he got me. I was reading his email. Oh my God!
Oh.
When I open up the emails, the first thing I see in bolds, caps lock, are Peppers Tuna Can Cock. So I just discard the email. I don't even read it anymore.
Good. Thank you.
Hungry. Let's get focused.
What you saying, Buda or Pest?
I stayed in Pest.
Oh, Pest.
Now
Yeah.
is this for real or is this a joke?
No,
Budapest.
No,
well,
it's on the other
there's
side
two
of the
different
road.
cities, Buda and Pest, on the other side of the.
That's mark me. That is really cool. So that would be like if someone stayed in New and someone stayed in York.
Yeah.
Pest is like Pest is like the poor side of town. And Buda is like the hills of Buda. That's where all like the
Should be just the
rich-
opposite. Buddha was a poor, person
You would
who
think.
just hung out and got fat and sat under a tree. He was kind of like the fat Isaac Newton, if you will. I don't think he was hit by any apples, but he was always sitting under trees.
You really broke down Buddhism for everyone.
Maybe a lotus flower fell on his head.
Fat bastard.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah.
I always think of Dom DeLuise, too, when I think of Buddha. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to start praying to Dom DeLuise or even start a religion based on Dom DeLuise. I don't know.
You got
I'm just
Scientology.
spitballing,
That's fine. Yeah,
and we
throw
could
it
just
out
have Cannonball Run on a loop the entire time.
It's people are very angry at times because they there's constantly trying to say we don't want to be in the European Union.
Yeah.
We want nothing to do with the euro, and which is fine with me because they're crazy money.
Is it like a corrupt government or what's?
It is a corrupt. Yeah, it's a totally
Totally
corrupt government.
corrupt.
I didn't see one. I saw one cop there in 9 days. One cop in
One police officer.
One police officer.
we had
How is everyone not just beating
we
each
had-
other over the head with a bat?
We had bodyguards when we went out, but
Wait a second. You went to Budapest too, Roy?
I lived there for like a year.
So now me and Shano are the only two
Yeah.
Yeah.
fagulas who haven't gone to Budapest, apparently.
yeah.
You missed out.
Hey Pepper.
Yeah.
Hey,
not
shake
too
it
late.
today.
Don't you start that. Don't you? Not on this show.
Get out.
Not on this show, pal. You just take that to Hungary. Do
Kitschy, kitschy.
you sons of bitches.
Get out.
Do people ever do like hungry jokes? Do they find that funny? If I had gone there, I just keep going, I'm hungry. Is everyone like, hey, we have it, or that's our country. That's our
hear any
name.
of
It's a bad thing.
Oh, here's something.
I would do that constantly. If I was with you, imagine if I was I would probably end up annoying you to where like you would have had to take a pair of scissors and stab me in the eyeball with
4
them.
hours in.
Yeah,
you-
because
you
I would have been
dead.
like, Pepper, guess what? We're hungry, baby.
Yeah, because we're in Hungary. I know. You did it on the plane actually before we even got
Yeah,
there.
we hungry. Hey, everybody in the bar, who's hungry?
Oh my god.
Kill the American. That would be the only words I would be able to decipher.
Do they call it Hungary there? I know, like Germany calls themselves Deutschland, right? And they don't. I'm just
No, they
curious.
just called it Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah.
Budapest was the city.
Yeah, the city.
That's the capital.
Capital. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And all like the hot bars there, or they're called ruin bars, right?
Yeah.
And the big thing is they're bars set up in abandoned buildings with no, with no.
Yeah. Old school warehouse.
Nothing.
Are you
I'm
sure
not sure
rich? Are you sure rich men aren't torturing
It's
students, college students?
It got weird.
Do they still have that club, the Hully Gully? It was like a Russian mob club. It was the biggest nightclub in all of Budapest. But we're going back 20 years now.
Yeah.
Is that place still around?
No, there's some place called Simple Kurt, which is like it's gigantic. It's like a 3-level, crazy, broke down building bar that's just filled.
Well,
with
I'll tell you,
people from all over Europe.
Budapest just sounds like a bed of roses, huh?
It was amazing.
I
It
mean,
was
the way
awesome.
you're describing it, oh yeah, it's awesome. There's bullet holes, there's hostile factories, there's men murdering women,
Well,
there's
where
one
should-
police officer.
Where should I have gone?
You should have take a nice Davey Mac vacation.
Okay.
Boston, Massachusetts. That's what I like. Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan, but I still like Boston. That's why it's like a vacation for me. I'm like, look at all these people with the hats with the bee on them. Honey, take a picture of me with this guy with a bee on his hat. I guess that means Boston, but I don't know.
That's what impresses you.
It's like a different culture over here.
It's not at all.
That's my ideal vacation. I went to Disney World last year, baby.
That's cool.
There was like a Budapest Disney dog.
It was Epcot, huh?
Yeah. But it wasn't there were no bullet holes. in Budapest Disney.
See, I need the authenticity.
It was like holes of cheese in Budapest Disney, and you're like, oh, look at that.
No, I need a town that's been crippled by communism.
Yeah, you love the dilapidated, run-down places.
Yeah, I think it's it's somewhat romantic or dangerous.
Yeah,
Why don't you head to Cairo? Go over to
thank you.
Egypt next.
Remind you of
No.
Astoria?
The story actually looks great.
For my next thing on Pepper's Vacations, I'll be going to Vietnam. Oh, God damn it.
That's cheap. Dollar goes a long way.
Look at all these goddamn Vietnamese with their goddamn
It's a bad idea.
Vietnamese heads. Look at this. So it sounds good.
It was really fun, actually. It was great.
Your
And the
girl-
Hungarian people are...
Your girlfriend enjoy it too?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Or was it- Did she choose this vacation? Or
I
did you choose it?
This was all me.
Oh my God! She's going to heaven. Even if she is a Jew, she's going to heaven.
Well, they're chosen. They're the ones going. no
Oh
matter
yeah,
what.
yeah. Oh okay. Right.
Your children are chosen.
Oh yeah,
Your
yeah,
children are chosen.
yeah. They make all the rules, huh?
That's what they say.
Oh yeah, I'm chosen. He's chosen. Their kids are chosen. If you, my kids were in the sun for less than 3.5 minutes yesterday in this balmy New York, New Jersey weather. And yeah, I mean they're like looking like the New Jersey Devil. I mean those are non-Jews.
They got your skin,
my
huh?
2 children, absolutely.
That sucks.
100%. Well, it doesn't suck. I mean, for Christ's
no,
sake.
well, it's bad that they can't go into the sun. That's not.
Oh yeah, well that's the sucky part.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. Oh, and the part that if they grow up, they'll probably wet their bed like
If they
myself.
grow up?
Yeah. Oh, when they grow up,
Jesus Christ.
they'll continue to wet their bed. That's frightens me a little bit. And then was there any kind of like music in Budapest or what was going on?
It was really. It was all Hungarian rap and American pop music.
That would be enough to make me put a goddamn shotgun in my head.
It was fun at first. Like the cab
Yeah, I
drivers
know,
had like
right.
I was like, oh, what the hell is this? Hungarian rap music? That's hysterical. And
Misokola kan, ni game the high shop. He's all that got no cut, no snack. As a bakata, they caught the lock. Saka box a kaya, hop, the heek, ha. That's a hook, the cold, rock.
all right, we're
Hungary.
pulling this and we're going to Hungary and we're gonna make. I'm gonna manage.
There's a bar that I actually do love in Hungary. I loved it a lot.
What bar is that? When you went?
I went in like 1939 or so.
Okay.
And the shopkeeper, her name is the bar owner.
Yeah.
Her name is Marion. And what she does is she has she likes to do shot contests.
Yeah.
So she does a shot contest with like any kind of local Hungary guys.
Yeah.
And she goes, I smell one more. And then she takes a shot, and then the hungry guy passes out, and then Indiana Jones comes through the door, and you're like, this is the best bar ever.
Said. Oh, here's one thing. They can't drink whiskey.
Why?
I bought them. I was hanging out with
So you're saying that
Hungarians.
Raiders of the Lost Ark was a lie? Because they were drinking some goddamn whiskey in that
I'm all
place.
like, hey, pour me some American Jack Daniels.
Oh, really?
And they all started losing it when they took the shot. They all couldn't handle it. It was bizarre. All they drink, what they drink is
Like gagging?
Jägermeister. It's like their house liquor.
Yeah.
Is what they just bang out. And something called Palinka, right? Palinka is the rot gut wine.
Palinka, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's
Wait a
like-
second,
It's
but-
overproof like moonshine.
Are they not allowed to drink whiskey, or they simply
They can't handle it. They can't.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
bizarre. I was like, wait, this is nothing. This is Jack Daniels.
You would
whatever.
think Hungary, like they could drink turpentine. Those people.
Yeah, that they're.
I
Like,
always think any kind of like European, especially Eastern Europe. Does that qualify as Eastern European?
I think it's like on the border. It's kind of pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's Eastern Europe.
I would
it
think
was
that
behind the
those
Soviet-
those type of people should be able to drink paint thinner.
They
for
usually
Christ's
can. A
sakes.
very high rate of alcoholism.
But no whiskey.
They couldn't take it.
So maybe that was Marion's trick in Raiders of the Lost Ark. She was drinking Jack Daniels with that big fat hungry guy.
What kind of beer was all Spaten beer?
It was a Dare or whatever. It started with a D. I don't know. It was light or dark is what you tell
Yeah,
people there. It's
light or
give me
dark.
Light or dark. That's it.
Oh man.
It's fun, Dave. You should have came with
You'd like it.
me. You, my chick came out.
Well, why don't you? Let's all go on a vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have a spot.
whole show?
I have a spot picked out for all of us.
Okay.
It's in Point Pleasant, New Jersey,
All right. That's not fun at all.
and there's some rides there. And like, there's a couple boardwalk games. Well,
Thought about going.
maybe not. Not after Hurricane Sandy. And now there's thunder.
That's a bad omen.
Oh, there's a blood red circle on a cold hard down, and the fame is on the ground. Every time I think of Hurricane Sandy now, I think of the Bruce Springsteen. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Are you going to be at SiriusXM this past Saturday?
This you mean?
I mean,
upcoming Saturday?
this
yes.
next Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, I heard this after I left for my flight.
Yeah.
You got into some sort of beef with Liam because he said that you
Liam who?
Liam from SiriusXM,
The talent booker.
talent booker from SiriusXM. Because he's told you look like you lost weight.
Correct.
He came on the air.
Absolutely.
He came on the air on Ron and Fez today and started talking more smack about you,
Okay.
calling you a dick, and saying that you guys will never, ever be friends ever again.
You know what, Liam?
Whoa.
I'm going to get one of Pepper's Budapest bottles of Jack Daniels and break it over your goddamn head. Because
I was really surprised because he was on there for like an hour.
he is dead now. Dead.
Yeah, he wants you to come in. So you
He's
guys
dead.
can
I'll go in.
work this out.
He's dead. First of all, I didn't see it as a compliment that he says, "Oh, you look like you lost weight." He said it in the SiriusXM lobby, which it's a very open space.
Yeah, big reception
There
area.
was like 6 little minions. He had little talent booking minions and secretaries behind him. I don't know
The interns,
how
probably.
high Liam has risen in the ranks,
He's
but
big
he had a
time.
huge paparazzi behind him at this point. I knew Liam when he was just a little pissant
Yeah,
talent
he
booker
would come
who
with-
could barely book Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that now all of a sudden he's like Meryl Streep's talent agent, apparently.
Yeah, you can't take this crap from him because he was talking a lot of smack.
So he says, "Oh, you look good. You look like you lost weight." And I go, "Who are you to say that to me, the Dave man?" Right, Roy?
That's rude, man. That's
Because
cold.
I said, "Who are you to tell me you look good? You look like you lost weight to me?
Yeah.
To the Dave man?"
bad,
Here's
man.
one thing you need to know, Joe. Dave man always looks good, fat or skinny, dog.
That's right.
So you know what, Liam? I'm going to go onto the Ron Fez show, and I'm going to eat your goddamn dick off live on the air. And that's a promise. You blindfold Liam,
You're gonna blow
and you
him?
blindfold me. No, I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to chew his goddamn dick off. I'm going to chew it off live on the air.
Oh.
You want some? You got it! You goddamn got it, Liam! I'm going to chew your goddamn dick off, pal! I'm going to chew it the hell off!
Are you going to swallow it?
I'm going to swallow it!
Oh, you don't swallow.
I'm going to
it.
gargle it. I'm going to spit it back on the plate. And then I'm going to take some duct tape and tape it back onto your body.
Oh, my God.
So you're only going to be able to piss out of a chewed up dick. That's how I roll.
That's horrifying, actually.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, it is pretty bad. Is it time now? It's time for Pepper's
Yeah,
Gifts.
here's some gifts.
Pepper, let's do a song, right?
Oh.
Pepper's Gifts. Oh, yeah. Pepper's Gifts. Well, he went to Hungary and had a ball, and he had lots of dope and did it all.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Pepper's Gifts. It's Pepper's Gifts. Well, he saw the sights, saw the arts, had good times and had some farts. It's Pepper's Gifts. It's Pepper's Gifts.
Goulash.
Well, he did the job and he knew how to act. He got some things and he got some smack. It's Pepper's Gifts. It's Pepper's Gifts. Well, he got some for me, got some for you. Had some pee, had some poo. It's Pepper's Gifts. It's Pepper's Gifts.
For Sean Ho, a Budapest bottle opener.
By the way, time out.
Yeah.
Not to spoil this, but are you just doing this because at Disney World I brought back gifts for
Yep.
everyone? At least you're honest. Because you had gone to like
Nice.
some place in Mexico or something. You did not bring back
Oh,
gifts.
no, nothing.
And then when I went to Disney World, I brought back gifts for everyone.
They confiscated his gifts and
yeah.
customs.
Do you have the next one for
And-
Roy?
Wait, and
Roy.
it's a keychain.
Yeah, so whenever you open a beer, you can think, hey, Pepper went to Budapest.
Gotcha.
I like that.
I like
Roy,
it.
I stole this gift because
Thank
they
you,
wanted
Pepper.
5,000 forint for it.
What?
Whoa.
It's
Oh,
a
my
communist
God.
hat to go with his Nazi hat.
I want that.
No, this is
no,
mine,
no,
Dave.
no.
You better bring me a gift as awesome
Oh
as
my
that.
God, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Pepper.
Now, Sean's gift looks like goddamn crap that you bought at Budapest Kmart.
And for
You
Dave,
bought Roy Shaffer a hat. Okay.
I'm going to put it on right now.
I got you a bottle of local Hungarian liquor, Unacum.
You're my best friend. Unacum. It says "come" in it. Unacum.
Unacum! 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 Unacum!
Man, this is like the combination of really one of the greatest beasts in fairy tales if he actually jizzed on things. It's Unacum, everyone. What does Zwack mean? Underneath Unacum says Zwack.
Dark, I believe.
It says poison.
Yeah, I mean, I was right about to say, there's no way I'm making out of this alive. There's no way you could just sit there with Unacum.
We'll find out.
There's no way.
Come on, let's have some cum, Dave.
If you do,
How do I look, guys?
why don't you
Gorgeous.
take the first snort? You know, it'll be like pals again.
All right, cool.
You take the first snort. I mean a real, yeah, okay. Not
Oh,
a real
yeah,
snort.
he's doing it. He's drinking it.
Oh man, it goes
All
half
right.
your
Oh,
gift.
Wow. That's it.
And?
Is there any left for...
That works.
I'm going to wait 17 to 21 minutes to see if he dies and then possibly have some Unacum. You can smell it. But there's not a lot of Unacum there. Pepper just drank half of the goddamn
You
bottle.
said take a real hit.
I said a snort. Don't you know what that is?
I apologize. You offered.
I'll save the bottle, though.
Even I want to smell that stuff.
Yeah, it's
The bottle will look nice on my trinkets
It's like Jaeger.
In the smoke zone?
in the smoke zone. What I call
it's
is
like Jägermeister.
I call it the nice trinkets of art. Other people just call it junk. In fact, you it's the same stuff you saw in my queen's apartment,
Yeah.
and you said it looked like what?
It looked like a. It looked like a. I can't remember now.
The Unacum has destroyed his brain. This stuff works quickly. You said it looked like he lived in a thrift shop.
yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah.
I have to
Like
do
a Salvation
I
Army.
have to do your own. I set you up perfectly. Everyone was awaiting with bated breath. I was, you were ready to get the big laugh.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I can't remember.
I know. I have no idea what I said.
Let's drink some more Unacum.
All right. We'll get to the Unacum.
No, the rest is for you. I want you to drink all of it.
Please. Now let's finally talk about I don't know, something that happened in the sports world, which was the NCAA just occurred, and we had our championship game, and it was a great game. And let's face it, March Madness was a little weak this year. There was not a lot of, there was Florida Gulf Coast, which was fun.
Yeah, when I was on the plane, I paid €20 to get the Wi-Fi so I could just look at the ESPN updates of it. That was just so depressing. I was over
It
there.
was. They had a lead, a big lead. They were up 24-14 against Florida, and then Florida came back and never looked back. Yeah. And that was the end. But the Final Four, very, very sloppy. I mean, extremely sloppy basketball.
Yeah, I missed all that.
And as I was telling Ron, who actually texted me, I have a couple friends who love the hell out of college basketball. And listen, I love March Madness too. But they will go so far as to say college basketball is better than the pros.
Whoa.
Insane.
And that type of outlook, and also the people who say college football is better than the NFL, I almost don't have any time for it. It's almost like when someone tells me that they don't like Bob Dylan or something like that. It's I get very perturbed.
I don't like Bob Dylan.
You like him. You hate Neil Young, but you like Bob Dylan.
I met an American in a bar in Budapest, and he had from Florida, and he said that college football is better than the NFL, and I got into a screaming match in the middle of a bar.
Listen, jerk.
Yeah, basically.
I don't care how many goddamn Hungarian mafioso you're connected to. I'll kill you.
Oh, I was screaming like a
You
madman.
can't. First of all, if the guy's really good these days, they don't play high college basketball. So in other words, people who like college basketball, then LeBron James didn't exist. Kobe Bryant did not exist in their sport. Those guys never. Kevin Garnett did not exist. I can go
There's no
on
talent-
and on
there's
and
no
on.
talent pool.
But I think LeBron and Kobe being the best two examples went straight from high school to the NBA. So they never played in college, and there's a reason for that. They were too good for that league.
They would waste their time there.
And the pros are they do bigger and better things. It's not saying college basketball can't be great. This championship game, especially the first half, was terrific. It was an extremely exciting. I mean, you're talking both teams were like Lob City.
Yeah,
and then they had
drone threes.
Whatchamacallit? Michigan had this kid, Spike Albright, who could have been, Ollie from Hoosiers, if anyone remembers that movie.
Yeah.
He comes off the bench because they're starting Stargard, who was named the best player in the entire nation this year. He's in foul trouble, so they have this little white guy with the little, Beatles haircut that everyone has to have if you're under 24 years old. And he's just shooting threes and behind the back dribbles, and another three goes up, and 17 points in like 8 minutes. It was unheard of.
Nasty.
But at the same time, then the Louisville kid comes off the bench, taller, not as not as underdogish. This kid Hancock, and he drains 4 threes like that, back to back to back. And Louisville, they were getting blown out. I mean, like borderline blown out. I was thinking, holy mackerel,
A 4
Louisville's gone, man.
Yeah.
And I was so pissed off because, I like Pitino. I tend to like the New York coach. Whether they're a baseball manager or New York, New Jersey. Bill Parcells was from New Jersey. I tend to like those kind of coaches. Pitino, obviously, big time in New Yorker. And so I was rooting for him, and I was just thinking, oh my God, Rick Pitino, he just
go down like
he
this?
just had his team got blown out by Ollie from Hoosiers. How the hell's that happen? Roy looks like Nikolai Volkov.
That's awesome, right?
With that goddamn Russian hat on. I can't take him seriously. Where's the guy? If we dress up Sean-O as Iron Sheik, we could have a tag team match.
Finally.
It's a great look, Roy.
I know, Roy. Give me that hat. I deserve that.
No way, man.
I
love
need it
this
for
hat.
my videos.
This is one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten.
Well,
And it was-
thanks
it
a
was
lot.
stolen.
What about the fact that on Christmas I got you a T-shirt that said the Ass Master? That wasn't good.
I wish I had it with
You
me right
son
now.
of a bitch.
I wish I had it with me right now.
And it was just a remarkable first half. Second half was very good, but Louisville pulled away with 4 minutes left to go. So it wasn't an absolute classic, because for an absolute classic, you need one team to be either a chance to tie, win, or take the lead. With 5 seconds to go, and the game was out of reach. With I would say the last 2 minutes of the game, the game was out of reach, but it was still a great game.
Yeah.
And it was still way better than
the
both
Final Four.
Both semifinal games were just garbage time. We were on Sirius XM on the air, and and as were the Cuertos, my band from New Jersey,
Heard.
destroyed Sirius XM satellite radio.
I saw those videos.
That
I was
show
actually
is on
pretty
demand.
Impressed. You guys were clearly rehearsing.
Actually, there was no rehearsals done.
Just drinking heavily.
And there was lots of talk of, hey, if we ever do this again, man, we gotta rehearse because I think we sounded good, but I think we'd sound a lot better if we rehearsed. We literally did not rehearse, and we chose the set list at 6:00.
You guys are like a folkier Wild Stallions. You know that heavy
Did you
sound?
like us?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Did you see the videos?
I
Yes,
saw the
yes,
videos.
I watched the
I watched the
videos.
videos, Dave.
Because I didn't know what was going on. I was in the air, dog.
You got to see, the videos are all over the place. My Twitter, Eastside, twitter.com/Eastside Dave.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little jealous, Dave.
You were?
Yeah,
You're on the Cuertos website. You and Sean-O.
I know,
I
but
didn't know.
you know,
Absolutely. If you go to thecuertos.com, I have a special section. I said the Cuertos are, of course, Davey Mac, Jeffrey Danger, and Jason Ruffian. Those are the original Cuertos. But they have special guest musicians. Roy Shaffer, Sean-O, Paul Poison, Casey. So there you go. There you have it.
Thank you,
Yeah,
David.
those are all the special guest musicians that have ever appeared on or in a Cuertos video.
All right.
well, thank you, Dave.
Thank you. No, thank you
No.
for appearing on thecuertos.com without your authorization and with me taking total advantage of the Skinny Man Studios. Thank you. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Pitino. First of all, he was great. And, you want to talk about having a day? He gets inducted into the Hall of Fame the afternoon that his team is playing in the championship. They get down by double digits against Michigan. They come roaring back. They win the championship. He's cutting down the nets, which is, by the way, where my
Scissors
scissors
up.
came from.
I know.
Which was cutting down the nets. and he goes home a happy championship, and he has a horse running in the Kentucky Derby.
Golden Sense.
Golden Sense that, I don't know. I think that you need to put at least $2,000.
You think I should? You think he can't be stopped at this point, right? Pitino?
There's no stopping him.
Yeah, I'm putting money on
Yeah,
this
if I was Pitino, I'd get a screenplay on paper immediately and send it to like
And then,
Spielberg.
like,
the guy can do no wrong.
And then his son became like a head coach somewhere too, right?
During the whole thing, his son gets a good job in Minnesota. His son, Richard Pitino, because I guess he's embarrassed by the name Rick. I would be embarrassed by the name Richard, and where that can lead to.
You can say Dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dick Pitino.
So,
Yeah.
so
Dickie P.
but I guess he doesn't want to be Rick Pitino Jr. or whatever. I don't know. In any event, Pitino. Also, another thing that I thought was great about Pitino, I loved him in that new HBO movie, Phil Spector, where he's wearing wigs. And he's like, I never shot that guy. And I didn't like him as much as when he was Big Boy and Dick Tracy. Like, you're Madonna. You're gonna get that bird. But I did like Pitino a lot in Donnie Brasco as well.
It's
where
Al
he's
Pacino.
Like, Johnny Depp, you're gonna get that bird.
You're thinking
And
about.
I also like Pitino when he was in Heat, where he was like, "Oh, De Niro, I'm gonna shoot you at the airport." But I also like De Niro when he was Serpico, where he's like, all of you guys are dirty cops. I'm the only clean cop here. Didn't like Pacino where he was in Cruisin', where he's like, I'm an undercover detective cop. Somewhat liked Pitino where he was in Sea of Love, where he was like, I'm a cop on this island walking around. Kind of liked Pitino in...
You're screwing your pen up. You said Pitino about 4 times already.
That's right, I did, dog. That's because you've been... Actually, I didn't say that. You've been tripping on Unacum, dog.
Oh, look, Sean. I was using the file opener.
Where does this put Rick Pitino? Well, I'll tell you right now.
Like a
as I
charm.
texted Ron Bennington, puts him top 3. That's right. F you, Bobby Knight. Now,
Well, Bobby Knight gets the boot.
I know Bobby Knight has exactly one more championship than Rick Pitino, but this is what we do. I do this Ted Williams alternate universe stuff, where, let's face it, Ted Williams, look up his career stats on your own. I'm going to say right now he had 520 career dingers. Look that up for me, Peppy, if you will. But you factor in that he lost at least 3, maybe even 4 years to World War II.
Yeah.
Then, because they needed his
521.
521. But if I'm playing Price is Right and I'm saying 520 and Ted Williams has 521 career home runs, I'm winning the goddamn Showcase Showdown. All right? Here's the point.
There's usually a lot of crap in that Showcase Showdown.
Yeah. A lot of like stoves.
Like a moped.
A lot
and
of patios.
Like a moped and a camper.
Here's a patio.
Great.
Awesome.
What the hell am I going to do with that?
Here's a grandfather clock.
Most of the people at Price is Right are like, well, I don't even own a home. I'm not sure what I would do with a patio set. Drew.
I rent, Drew.
Anyway, so, the alternate universe Ted Williams philosophy that I subscribe to is that he easily has 700 home runs if, he does not lose all those years to the war, maybe makes a serious run at Hank Aaron, combined with the fact that his batting average, career average is 344, right?
Yeah.
Those years were prime years. You're talking Ted Williams could hit. This is a man who hit 400. You're talking 406 to be exact. You're talking about a guy who could have hit 370 a year. His average might be even around 350, 352 combined with 700 home runs.
With four great years, yeah.
So more, like 4 or 5 or 6 because of the Korean War thing. So now all of a sudden you're talking about this unequivocally perhaps the greatest hitter of all time. Well, I say the same thing about Rick Pitino. This is why I'm linking it. Pitino doesn't take 2 stints in the NBA, one in which he was successful, by the way, which people forget. He leaves Providence to go to the New York Knicks in the late 80s, got the Knicks, who were a terrible team at that point, got the Knicks to become a playoff team, might have even won a playoff series with the Knicks with, yes, they had Patrick Ewing, But that's all. They had Mark Jackson, who was kind of slow. They did not have a good. They had Kenny Walker, for crying out loud. They had Gerald Wilkins, whose nickname should have been the guy whose name is not Dominique Wilkins.
It was a squad.
It was his, Gerald was the little Ozzie Canseco of the Wilkins brothers, because they were brothers. And Gerald whereas Dominic Wilkins, amazing dunker, 6'8", ridiculous scorer. And Gerald Wilkins everything was just like a little bit smaller. He was like 6'4" instead of being 6'8". Instead of averaging 25, he might average 14. You'd be like, okay, Gerald Wilkins is pleasant.
Mediocre.
Yeah. So, and Pitino got them to the playoffs. Then he goes to Kentucky, wins a championship, could have easily won another championship the year after he won that championship, but he leaves in order to go to the Celtics. Now, that was his only, little stint where it was not a huge success.
Yeah.
But then he comes back to Louisville, which is the second-rate basketball team in Kentucky, behind Kentucky, obviously.
Yeah.
And now he wins a championship. If Pitino doesn't leave twice, you're talking about 3, if not 4, if not 5 championships.
You're saying 5 championships.
I'm saying 5 goddamn championships. And I'm going to sing this song. I'm going to sing it right now. Oh, Rick Pitino. I love you coaching. Oh, Rick Pitino. I love the way you wear your suit. Oh, Rick Pitino. I love you as Big Boy and Dick Tracy. Rick Pitino. Some might not like Godfather 3, but I loved it. Oh, Coach Pitino. And I love you as Phil Spector. Yeah, Pitino, you're the greatest. I love your documentary, Looking for Richard. It's a documentary about Shakespeare.
Love that movie.
Specifically, Richard III. Oh, Pitino, you're the coach of my heart. Oh, Pitino, you're the coach of my heart. And should you have an indiscretion, banging some broad in a restaurant, well, I'll look the other way. Oh, Coach Pitino. Or was that Al Pacino? I get them confused. Which one has kids with the mom from American Vacation? Rick Pitino! He got over that thing real quick. He got over that banging some broad in 2009 on a table.
Nice.
On a table, not in the bathroom. Where the hell was the other members of the restaurant, Rick Pitino?
It was probably after hours. She's probably closing the place down, right?
So he has his own keys?
Hey, maybe she told him, hey, come back here, Rick Pitino, and bang me out. Jesus. Fill me up, Rick Pitino.
This is creepy.
That is
It's just a creepy thing.
Creepy or the hottest thing
I'll tell
I've
you
ever
what's
heard in
not
my
creepy
life.
at all right now. Tweakedaudio.com.
Oh, Tweaked Audio.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I used those on the airplane over.
Pepper uses Tweaked Audio earbuds. Davey Mac uses Tweaked Audio earbuds. Shano uses Tweaked Audio earbuds. Roy Shaffer uses them. I think that's all you need to know.
I'll tell you what.
But you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
I ate a Xanax.
Yep.
Put in Tweaked Audio. Watch
Okay.
Django Unchained on the plane.
That's what I'm talking. You go to tweakedaudio.com and you find the best earbuds in the world, bar none. Much better than any kind of rudimentary earbuds, any earbuds anywhere. They're the greatest speakers, nice and loud, but with no distortion. Phenomenal 7 styles, including my favorite, wood. Put the promo code in. Davey, D-A-V-E-Y.
Okay.
You get 33% off.
Oh my God.
Get it.
A third off of the price.
You get the 33% off of your goddamn earbuds.
I just type in Davey.
Right. The website is tweakedaudio.com, and the happiness is yours.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I think I did.
The happiness is yours.
I just invented a tagline. Well, after the meeting that Roy Shaffer had about jeans.
We got a big pitch coming up for a company, big jean company, and I invited David to sit in on the meeting.
Was that your idea, or was that?
That was my idea. I said, hey, Dave, come on in.
I want you to wear that hat to every one of your pitch meetings from now on. I don't care what the weather
So
is.
actually, Dave in the meeting was surprisingly efficient. He was like,
Why did you invite me?
Well, because
this meeting?
I wanted you to see what corporate life was like.
You
know
wear
what I
jeans
mean?
all the time.
Yeah, you.
It
wear
was
jeans.
fun. Well, yeah, it was. We had to create. Are
like
we allowed to say a little bit? Not
Say a little bit. You're just not allowed to say the names.
No
of any
specifics?
no specifics.
We had to create a little bit of an ad, a pitch for a specific jeans
It's
company.
like Mad Men.
Yeah, you guys are madmen in there.
Yeah.
We're like Mad Men. Yeah.
And
Times Square man.
yeah.
Poured him a glass of scotch.
Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. But then I started shouting out movie things, and I go, the idea was, well, how do we show that something has evolved through time? And I go, how do we show that something has evolved? And I go,
2001?
The Right Stuff. I go, these guys are flying in a goddamn airplane right at the beginning of the movie, and it's a tin box, and they're crashing left and right. Okay, dog. Towards the end of the movie, they're about to go into space. They're breaking the goddamn sound barrier, baby.
And we're all looking at him like it's Jeans Day. What are you? What
No,
are you
you
going
should
with
have
this?
monkeys beating on a giant black obelisk.
Monkey beating on the jeans actually
Yeah.
would be
See?
cool. Monkeys wearing the jeans.
I should have invited Pepper.
And then it turns into astronauts wearing jeans.
Oh no! It turns yeah. Yeah.
This is awkward.
Eating Heinz beans.
So did you hear about this Rutgers coach then over there at Budapest?
I didn't hear about it in Budapest. When I came over, I'm like, what, Rutgers?
Another black
controversy?
guy for the goddamn state of New Jersey. The guy was fired, Mike Rice. Then the athletic director, Tim Pernetti, had to resign, but gets a tremendous package of $1.2 million and an iPad.
Whoa.
Right?
They threw that in there. It was like cash and prizes. It was like Wheel of Fortune. You get $1.2 million buyout and an iPad.
All of our contestants today.
But the president is the big scumbag. He is the
How
guy who did not watch the video. This Tim Pernetti guy apparently comes to the president and says, look, our head basketball coach, this is in November, says our head basketball coach was throwing the word faggot around
my
and pushing guys and doing all this stuff. And I'm thinking of firing him. And the basketball the president says, well, you just do what you got to do. And the only reason why he knew about it was he got the tape in November. And he says, I have the tape. I've seen the tape, and it's very bad. At that point, wouldn't you say, hey, if you're the president of the university, can I check out the tape? Same school where a kid jumped off the bridge because
from
of gay
the,
slurs and stuff. Or
Well, the gay webcam.
spy cam, whatever his name, Tyler Clementi. Some guy had a live feed of him making out with another dude.
With another boy,
And when the kid found out, he jumped off the George Washington Bridge, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
But the point is, you would expect them to be especially sensitive with the gay stuff. And for Pernetti or the president, for some reason I found Pernetti to be somewhat, I was sympathetic with him in a little bit. Because I feel like he sort of did want to fire the guy. And that the president was, since the president wasn't making such a big deal about it, he was like, well, if I fire him, I'm going to have to release the tape to everyone because I have to give an excuse.
Yeah.
And that's going to look horrible. And keep in mind, they're trying to get into they've gotten into the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They got into the Big Ten, which is one of the great college conferences in America, only 8 days before the scandal broke.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's
So
bad.
if, in other words, if he fires him in November and shows the tape, Big Ten's not accepting the
Slur-filled.
New Jersey Gay Bashers University. Right?
That's right.
You know what's funny? I never heard anyone make that
Where
association.
the mascot is a goddamn corpse of Matthew Shepard after he got
Christ.
drug around by a goddamn pickup truck or something.
Stop it. Yes, you deserve to hit that.
So anyway, go ahead, Sean.
I
the
never heard.
Shepherds.
I never heard anyone else make that association with the kid that got filmed for being gay, and then
Yeah.
this guy's obviously yelling. the
As
F word.
I was covering
I never
New
thought of that.
Jersey, I had to do I was assigned to do a Tyler Clementi story at least twice a day for no less than 35 years in a row at my local New Jersey station. It was
Not much goes on in Jersey, huh?
it was getting on my nerves after a while. Like, well, he's still dead, and he's still gay, I guess. Not a lot to report.
Can you be gay? If you're
The George Washington Bridge is still there.
What's the traffic like?
Woo! We got a big pileup on Route 18 North. Lots of gay kids are jumping to their deaths, apparently. Yeah, boy.
Wow, that kid started a trend.
So the whole thing was a little bit screwy.
And didn't Auburn get busted? Was that another something else that blew up?
Auburn
for
got
paying players?
probably paid their guys, and that title will be taken away. And it is one of the things that makes you sick of college, or maybe the number one thing that makes you sick of college sports is that. So now the Auburn team that won the championship with Cam Newton just doesn't exist. We're going to have this Joseph Stalin type of history where they never existed. We can't at least say, hey, national champions, however, policy violations, give them an asterisk or something like that. Because they don't award a championship to the second place team, by the way. So there's just no champ. So college football and basketball are filling up with championship, much more so college football. Are filling up with guys who won Heisman's and champion that never existed. The year Reggie Bush, there's no Heisman Trophy winner for the year Reggie Bush won the goddamn Heisman.
And for what? For kids getting paid to play the game,
which they need to be getting. They need that money. It's totally antiquated. It's totally old fashioned. Mad Dog has his thing of they get a thing. They get a scholarship and a college education.
Anything in college.
They don't get a college education, and it's not their goddamn fault. It's not the players' fault that these coaches have them practicing twice a day, 8 hours a day. How are they expected to A, go to class and B, study? There's no one pretending, even the college university presidents, no one thinks that these players have any time to study.
It's a shame. It's a giant sham,
But
baby.
you just got me now all riled up.
Yeah, you got to get riled
And
up,
those
baby.
goddamn Jews are just pissing.
Whoa!
And I'll tell you something.
Stop that.
Those... I don't know how it is in Budapest, but I like pest a lot more than I like Buda, baby. And I'm going to have a new thing about Hungary, and I'm going to call it the Pests. And we're going to go out in front of Budapest weathermen who are trying to give the weather and news, and the pests are just going to be like, "Rawr!" And we're going to go like, Budapest rock! I want you to write that down. I want you to work on it. The Budapests.
Got it. Pest. Actually, it's pest.
Listen, I'm Johnny America, okay? It's spelled Budapest. I'm going to say Budapest. Thanks.
Give the people a break.
I'm not giving. They sound like
They were
did-
in communism for 40 years.
From what you told me, there's bullet holes and things missing in the factory. How about some goddamn duct tape, you lazy bastards?
They're not lazy.
Why are there
There's
still bullet holes there?
I remember when they opened up the first McDonald's over there. There was guys dressing up in suits.
That was probably you sick bastard.
Taking their families to McDonald's
Yeah,
on a Saturday night.
It was a guy named Roy Shaffer Harder. Come here, kids. But Daddy.
Oh.
Is that how they sound?
Yeah, that's exactly how they sound.
But Daddy, where are you taking this? Don't worry, kids. Just gonna watch some college kid get his dick chopped off right here. No.
Only
Hostel
cost
Part 2.
15 cents American to watch people get their dick cut off.
Really? That would actually be cool if Hostel allowed an audience.
There's a Hostel.
That should be like Hostel 4 or
the
something.
Hostel 3 straight to DVD did have that.
Eli Roth didn't direct that.
No
I'm
one
assuming.
had-
Did
didn't
Eli Roth direct the second one?
I don't think anyone
Or,
ever.
Yeah, I
or did
think-
he Jaws-ify that thing?
I think he was responsible for the second one too.
I had this debate with my wife about if Steven Spielberg got any money for the subsequent Jawses.
Had to have been.
he write it?
I'm sure he. No, producer, creator.
I'm going to give you. Okay, you say had to? Sean O?
I'm curious. Did he write Jaws? Did he-
No, Jaws 2, he didn't have anything. He didn't write or direct, but he certainly, was behind
No,
the
it's Spielberg.
first one. Just say,
Yeah, I
do you think he
yes.
made money?
I think he did. Yeah.
No, in Spielberg, he definitely made money on that deal.
I contacted, because guess what? So I'm going against literally everybody.
Yeah.
And I contacted my very famous screenwriting friend, Robert Dean Klein.
Oh, he's the man.
Of Los Angeles, who wrote the hit film Small Fish, Big Pond, starring Zach Galifianakis and Matthew Modine. He said,
didn't write it, didn't direct it, and Amblin Entertainment, his production company, was not out yet. Therefore, in his opinion, absolutely not. No dice.
Wow.
Nothing for Stevie Spiel.
Well, I think it's okay though. He did well
I
after.
think he did all right. Yeah.
But yeah,
It's probably better for him that he wasn't associated with the rest of the Jaws.
So someone
films.
can just take your movie that you wrote and make a sequel to it?
that's what I'm saying is that I would be livid if someone made Jaws. Each one got progressively more and more retarded. Jaws 2 is worse
He
than
owned
Jaws
the-
1,
he-
obviously. Jaws 3 is really retarded. And by the time Jaws 4, it's like there's a black man, there's,
Yeah.
the old mom is,
Yeah.
why would
It was in
the shark is
SeaWorld.
chasing them in Jamaica.
Yeah, SeaWorld.
That was 3. 4 was they actually went all the way to Jamaica. And the shark, or no, they had to explain because the sharks were always killed at the end.
He
That
had
was
the
the
original
great
franchise.
grandson of the shark.
He made money on that deal. I guarantee it, man. It was
He
his-
probably didn't. My point is, Spielberg was 28. He was a hired gun for that project.
I think
Lucas had the smarts, but he had made American Graffiti, which was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
So George Lucas said, for Star Wars, listen, only pay me a small amount of money to direct this thing. I want merchandise and sequel rights. And they laughed at him. They're like, well, we don't, okay, because it had never been done before. No one made massive amount of toys. There were toys, based on movies before that. No one had 80 goddamn action figures based on one movie like Star Wars.
Right.
It was brilliant.
Spielberg had nothing to do with any of the other Jaws movies.
Bam.
That's right. Yeah.
I want to sing a new song to Shano, Pepper, and Roy. Suck my dick. Suck it hard. Suck my limp dick. It doesn't get hard anymore. Suck it down.
Ever?
My dick don't get hard. Even when I gotta piss in the morning. My dick is as soft as applesauce or pepper sweatshirt.
It is soft.
Like touching an old piece of spaghetti or a dead mouse that's been put in a microwave. Davey Mac, he's got those soft dick blues again.
That's a depressing song.
That crackhead Josh Hamilton went off on the fans in Texas because they dared boo him, and he said, which is kind of funny. He goes, well, I played in this place for a long time. We went to 2 World Series, went to playoffs and stuff like this. He goes, yeah, this place wasn't loud in the World Series. This place wasn't loud in the playoff games. This is the loudest time I've ever heard this place. So if it takes me to come back to Texas,
That's great.
it was like face.
Oh, he faced him.
Whoa!
He's also got the record in the home run derby, right? He's like he went off in
For the
Yankee
first
Stadium.
round. For the first round. I actually have that DVR. I'll never get rid of it.
Was it
It's
how many did
it's,
he hit?
it's
Like
in my
30
thing.
or something like that?
Something crazy around 30. And it wasn't just the home runs. It was the distance of the home runs.
And in fact, he hit an old Yankee Stadium.
Were ridiculous. I mean, he was hitting some shots. If people are familiar with the old Yankee Stadium, if you go past the right field bleachers, there's the
subways.
big, there was the big Texaco sign past them. We're talking 480, 490, maybe 500 feet, and he was hitting them like they were ping pong ball, just easy shots. He was hitting those. He was hitting that Texaco sign.
I think it'd be
it
pretty
was
hard
crazy.
To
Yeah,
hit
it
a
was
ping
nuts.
pong ball 500.
Oh no! Now if you put a little jizz in it, now if you put a little Unacum. All right, well that'll do it.
Wow.
Pepper Stanley's back,
Welcome
Good
back.
to be back.
and you are going to be on Sirius XM for once.
Come on, screw you.
Wait, Roy, your keyboard. No, I mean your
Put
keyboard's
your
off.
headphones on, Roy.
Put your headphones on. Your keyboard is. Actually, this kind of sounds clubby. Cool.
Remix.
It's a bad show.
I don't know why you're in such a hurry, commie. With the goddamn, communist hat on.
He's
Sorry
up.
about that,
He
guys.
takes off his headphones and starts playing some Budapest
I'm back
techno
in the Holly
music.
Gully. Holly Gully.
All right, listen. We'll be here next week. Chris Pepper Stanley's back in the house.
Hell yeah.
Listen to us live on Sirius XM. Oh, I forgot to plug. Tomorrow I will be doing stand-up comedy at a place in Queens. The Laughing Devil?
Laughing Devil in Long Island City.
Long Island City in Queens. Also want you guys to check out Oddy Clone on iTunes.
That's right.
ODDYCLONE. This is Roy Shaffer and our buddy Sherwin Sleeves' masterpiece. Roy Shaffer and Sleeves combined forces for this amazing album. And I swear to God, I think Bone Setter one of the greatest things.
Thank you, David.
And of course, Tomcat, 10th anniversary.
Oh, I'm playing drums with some tracks.
And Sean O plays drums in some tracks. Roy Shaffer,
Okay.
Sean O, Chris Pepper Stanley,
Boo Choo.
Davey Mac.